Good morning YouTubians, it's Kim, it's Ghost. It's Monday, it's Blu-ray release day and it's raining here on the seafront. I'm going to head up to the town in a minute. I call it a town, it's actually a city, but we all call it a town in Brighton. It became a city about 10-15 years ago. But I'm going to head up to town, see what's out, and there's not a lot out today and I'm only after one title. I did pop in HMV on Saturday and they said they didn't have it in at that point, so unlikely they're going to have it in today. Maybe it's been pushed back, I don't know. But I've got I think it's five films to show you anyway, that I bought during the week. So we'll head up to town, grab a coffee from somewhere, not a sponsor, and then I'll take you around HMV, show you what's out, and then take you home and show the 5 films at least that I got. So let's go. Okay, so time for breakfast, and today I went for a bacon roll with brown sauce. Very nice, it was 2, and there we have the McLatte, the drinkable drinks. Look at that froth on top of that, Arabica beans, you can't beat it. Nice and quiet again in McDonald's this morning. And here we are at the shutters of HMV. You'll see they're just going up, and look at that guy pips me to the post and gets in first. And what's worse, he goes and stands in front of the new and trending section, so I have to go round the side and head over to the new and trending in TV. So I guess the first one I'm going to show you is the Doctor Who set. And here it is. We see Jodie Whittaker back as Doctor Who in Eve of the Daleks and Legend of the Sea Devils. This is season 13. It's 105 minutes, has a 12 certificate, and it's yours for $19.99. And so now we're heading into the 4K section, and there's quite a few titles. First one's being Stephen King's Cat's Eyes. This is directed by Lewis Teague. It's from 1985, just 94 minutes this one, and it stars Drew Barrymore and James Woods. Yours for $19.99. It comes with a lovely glossy slip. Next we have Tom Clancy's Patriot Games. This one stars Harrison Ford as Jack Ryan. We have Anne Archer and Mr. Bean himself, Sean Bean. It's from 1992, this one, 117 minutes with a 15 certificate, and yours for $19.99. And to go with that, we have The Sum of All Fears from Paramount Pictures. This is from 2002, it's 124 minutes, and this time Ben Affleck is Jack Ryan. It's also got Morgan Freeman and James Cromwell. Yours for $19.99. Next, we have a James Wan horror called Malignant from Warner Brothers. It's from 2021, 111 minutes, has an 18 certificate, and stars Annabelle Wallis and Maddie Hassan. It's yours for $19.99. No slip though. Staying with the 4K now, and we have a remastered limited edition of Candyman. This comes with 1 movie but 2 cuts. It's 99-minute runtime, films from 1992, carries an 18 certificate, comes in a lovely box, and it's yours for $29.99. Next we have The Heroic Legend of Arslan. This is season 1, it's from Anime Limited, comes with a 52-page book and 4 Blu-rays. It's rated a 15 certificate, and yours for £54.99. Lovely presentation. Next is Wild Things Limited Edition from Arrows from 1998. 1 movie, 2 cuts, 115 minutes. Comes with an 18 certificate, priced at $24.99. Stars Kevin Bacon and Matt Dillon and Neve Campbell. Next we have a Final Cut Entertainment release of Rolling Thunder. This is from 1977, has a runtime 100 minutes and has an 18 certificate. And it stars William Devane and Tommy Lee Jones. This is priced at $14.99. Next, we have a Lightbulb film distribution release of We're All Going to the World's Fair. It's from 2021, 85 minutes, has a 15 certificate, stars Michael J. Rogers and Anne Hobb. It's yours for $14.99. Well, we've seen the 4K release of it, and now it has a regular Blu-ray release. It's Stephen King's Cat's Eyes, released through Studio Canal, 1985, 94 minutes, comes with a lovely slipcover, and it's yours for $14.99. Well, this is one of those rare occasions I pop into CEX with my camera, and the reason I'm doing this is because Jamie Powell has asked me to pick this up for him. No reprinted cover, Jamie, so I'll pick this up and I'll put it in the post for you later today. And while I was in CEX, I noticed these indicator box sets, Hammer Films, beautiful sets. First one there was £35, next one is £45, and the last one is £48. I do have some individual releases that are in these box sets, so I'm not sure whether to pick these up at a later date or not. Probably go quite quick, but I think they're limited as well. Beautiful sets, would look lovely on the shelves. I just wish that CEX would not put those stupid round stickers. We know where they're from. Waste of time. Hey everybody, welcome back. These are the pickups for today. This one, top one, Round the World in 80 Days. I'll tell you about it in a bit. I couldn't film it in store because they didn't have it in when I went there this morning. I had to go back around about 1 o'clock to pick it up. So here it is now. I'll tell you about the film in a bit. I'm also going to point out that in a couple of weeks' time, I'm not going to be on YouTube for 2 weeks. I'm taking 2 weeks off because I'm going on holiday. I'm going on a boat trip up some river in up north, and there's going to be no signal, I wouldn't have thought, on the boat. So I'm going to be away from YouTube and Instagram for 2 weeks solid. 2 Mondays on the bounce, so there'll be no videos from me, and there will be probably no comments because I doubt I'm going to get a signal anywhere out there, and so I'll be completely absent for those 2 weeks. And I'm not going to try and catch up on 2 weeks when I get back, because I'll be there till the end of time trying to catch up. So I'm going to start again when I come back from videos from the day I come back, and I'll watch as much as I can beforehand. So that's that. Let's crack on with these. So the first title to show you is Wormwood, Road of the Dead. It's an Australian low-budget zombie flick from 2014, directed by Kyra Roach Turner. Now it stars Bianca Bradley as Brooke. She's a woman who happens to be kidnapped by a mad scientist during a zombie outbreak in which he is intent on finding a cure, no matter what the cost. Also features Leon Burchell as Benny. He's an Aborigine who is out in the outback in Australia with his brother when the virus hits the earth, and he's forced to either kill him or die himself. The virus itself hits the earth suddenly when a meteorite breaks up in the atmosphere, releasing deadly spores that affects almost the whole planet, but not quite everybody. Brooke's brother Barry is played by Jay Gallagher. He's trying to survive after he was forced to kill his daughter and his wife with a nail gun, as they were one of the unfortunates that turned into zombies. And he teams up with Benny and a few others, and they try to find his sister Brooke. Now the film is amateurish in places, but it does have a charm to it. Kills are effective, the characters are likeable, especially Benny, who provides a lot of the comic relief. The pacing never lacks, and the effects and the gore are not too shabby in any way. It's got a runtime of just 1 hour 38 minutes, so worth a watch. Let's take a look inside. So inside there's artwork on the disc. So that was Wormwood, Road of the Dead. And on to the sequel, Wormwood Apocalypse, again directed by Kyra Roach Turner, who also co-edited and co-wrote the movie along with his brother Tristan. In this film we see the return of Brooke, played by Bianca Bradley, and the return of Barry, played by Jay Gallagher. But new to the film is Luke McKenzie, playing Reese. He is a fearless soldier who brings zombie survivors to a military camp so a different mad scientist can experiment on them, hopefully find a cure. That character is a doctor played by Corin D. Clute. Reese tracks down this zombie hybrid who can switch back to normal if she drinks a vial of blood. Not sure how that works, but it's the movie, so just go with it. It's a little bit more polished than the first one. You can tell the budget, albeit still small, was bigger than the last one. It's still gory, fast-paced, got likeable characters, but I did prefer the first one. But this is a worthy sequel. Although there is one scene involving a Doctor's rogue arm, similar to Doctor Strangelove. That was a little bit silly, but there you go. You can't have it all, can you? Film is 1 hour 28 minutes long. Let's take a look inside. So inside there's some lovely artwork on the disc, and there is reversible artwork. I actually like that one, so I might go with that one. So that was Wormwood Apocalypse. Next title I want to show you is Out of Death, starring Bruce Willis in the countdown to the end of his career. Now I have been a fan of Bruce's since his days back in Moonlighting, so I'm happy to have every single film that he's ever made. I know his latest films are not that good, but I still want them in my collection. This one stars Lala Kent, who has previously worked with Bruce before in 10 Minutes Gone, Trauma Centre and Hard Kill. But in this she's playing a corrupt police officer called Billie Jean, who happens to be filmed killing a civilian, shooting in the back of the head. The person who films her is Shannon Mathers, played by Jamie King. She was Abigail Ross in the 2 Escape Plan sequels. Bruce is playing a retired cop called Jack Harris, who wants to help Shannon survive. He happens to be in the area at the same time. However, it's not just one crooked cop involved. And there was problems whilst filming this due to the worldwide virus. The whole film was shot in just 9 days, and Bruce's condition was learnt of aphasia, so his script was cut from 25 pages down to 5, and his part was shot in just 1 day. So you can probably guess he isn't in this for much. Got runtime 1 hour 36 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So inside there is artwork on the disc, and it comes with the reverse artwork with the age logo removed. So that was Out of Death. The next title, also a Bruce Willis film, is from 2021, and it's Deadlock. And in this, Bruce plays Ron Whitlock, whose son is killed when a vice team wrongly raid his son's house, and they end up killing him on the scene. Now Ron sees all this play out on TV, on the news, and when 2 officers attend his house to inform him of the event, he executes them. This film is known in a few countries as Reactor, and that's because Ron and his team of mercenaries take over a water reactor, threatening to flood the next town unless the police admit they were at fault. One by one, the officers that are involved in the raid attend the reactor, and they're all promptly executed by Willis. There's also a school trip going on as well, so a retired Army Ranger who's working there as a welder steps up to save the day, and that man is called Matt Carr, played by Patrick Muldoon. It's quite nice to see Bruce as a villain for a change. I like that sort of twist on the story. Directed by Jared Crum, who also directed Bruce's last film, Vendetta. This film is 1 hour 36 minutes as well, like the last one. Not the 101 minutes it states on the back. Let's take a look inside. There is artwork on the disc, and again there's a reversible cover with the age logo removed. So that was Deadlock. Next title will show you another Bruce Willis film. It's Cosmic Sin. Now, this was made before the other two, but only just. This is from 2020. It's a sci-fi action movie, and in this Bruce plays James Ford. He's dishonorably discharged from the military for killing 70 million people after he drops a quantum bomb on the rebels, and from that point on he's known as the Blood General. His wife, Dr. Leah Gross, leaves him, rightly so. She's played by Perry Reeves. She was also in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Her character was Jessie in that. Now Ford, Bruce Willis, is offered reinstatement to command by General Eron Ryle, played by Frank Grillo, and that's only if he helps stop an alien attack. The film was directed by Edward Drake. Now he's directed Bruce before in Apex, American Siege and Gasoline Alley, all of which he wrote. The film is only 88 minutes long. Let's take a look inside. So this one comes with a slip, and the artwork is exactly the same. There's a leaflet inside advertising yet another Bruce Willis film. The image from the front cover is carried onto the disc, and there is reversible artwork with the logo removed. So that was Cosmic Sin. Next and last is Around the World in 80 Days, a TV miniseries that aired on the 5th of December last year, and there were 8 50-minute episodes to the show. It's based on a novel of the same name by Jules Verne, an absolutely brilliant book. Highly recommend that one. It stars David Tennant as the lead role of Phileas Fogg, and I think he does a great job in it too. There's also Ibrahim Comer as Passepartout and Leona Benesch as Abigail Fix Fortescue, as well as Jason Watkins as her father, Bernard Fortescue. You might remember Jason Watkins. A few years ago he was in a miniseries called The Lost Honour of Christopher Jeffries. He was also in The Crown, where he played Harold Wilson. Anyway, the story is of a wager, princely sum of £20,000, and this is back in 1872, where that would equate to £2.5 million in today's money. Bet is made by Mr. Fogg that he and his manservant Passepartout can circumnavigate the planet and arrive back at the Reform Club in London within 80 days, which happens to fall on Christmas Eve. And of course the other man in the wager, Niall Bellamy, who's played by Peter Sullivan, will try to scupper his every move by trying to slow him down at locations, unbeknownst to Mr. Fogg, that is. In my opinion, they did a really good job with the story, and despite it being filmed during a global virus, they used a fair few foreign locations. And the opening theme is from the Academy Award winner Hans Zimmer, whose work includes Lion King, Gladiator and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, amongst many, many others. Let's take a look inside. So inside, the slip has exactly the same artwork, if you can see that. And inside there are 2 discs, and each one has the same artwork as the front cover. So that was Around the World in 80 Days. So that was it. Have you seen any of those, or plan to pick them up, or just want to leave a comment, then do so down below, and I will read every single one and try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free, why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.